Mr. Partha Dasgupta from the Exide team, who is the Vice President R&D, Automotive and VRLA.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to, at the outset, I would like to thank Dr. Sai and the Soptics team for arranging this excellent event and giving us an opportunity to launch the Exide High Power Series. Just hang on for some time. So today we are going to launch the Exide High Power range for the data centers application. The product is over there in the display. You can have a look. Although that is not the final product, there are certain more attachments associated with it. In Exide, our AGM VRLA product range as of today, it ranges from small VRLA, medium VRLA, and large VRLA, which is catering to different market segments like railways, power and projects, IUPS, telecom. So Exide has brought in a new product range for the high power series, 12 volt 340 watt to 750 watt, which is specifically for the data centers. Now I will take you through in my presentation what are the advantages, why globally the global players that use these type of batteries, the front axis terminal batteries for data centers, and what are the benefits in installation, maintenance and power delivery. Exide, as our director Mr. Mittal has presented, that Exide has two collaborators, Hitachi Chemical from Shinko Electric Machinery and also Deka from East Penn, which is an US company. This battery has been developed with the help of Deka. It is basically a technology which has been married into our product. The range, the Exide High Power Series, the range is from 340 watt to 750 watt. And it gets fitted into two types of racks, the 19-inch and the 23-inch. You can see the rack display, how it is being fitted. A 19-inch rack or a 23-inch rack, in general, it houses 4 batteries, 4 12-volt monoblock batteries. These are the specifications. So these batteries are not rated as an ampere hour. There is no ampere hour rating. These are rated at a power rating, meaning wattage rating. So the rated watts, which is when we tell a 750 watt battery, what does it mean? It means that if I discharge the battery at that rated watts up to 1.67 volts per cell, it will give a minimum backup of 15 minutes. So it is like our conventional VRLA product. These batteries are not rated as an ampere hour, meaning we are habituated to hear about 200 ampere hour, 12 volt, 150 ampere hour. There is no ampere hour rating. The positive plates are pure lead with low calcium. The negative plate is this is again an alloy which has been engineered by Exide together with the collaborators. The terminal is front axis. That is the most important USP of this product. I will come to that later on. The container is a flame retardant with flame retardant ABS, which meets the UL94 V0 specifications. So this this battery has been developed taking into consideration the full safety and reliability aspects. The safety vent is a low positive pressure self-sealing valve. We recommend from Exide to keep a float voltage of 2.25 volts per cell, and the design life is 10 years at an ambient of 25 degrees centigrade. This is the product specification, and this product meets all stipulated guidelines of IEEE 485, and the battery design and construction meets all the UL requirements. What are the specialties in this product range? This product, it is not a lithium ion, it's a lead acid. But within the lead acid, we try to develop an advanced AGM technology, which is a superior to render a very high power from a very low volume. So basically, we are coming up with a very high power density. This can be achieved through a special plate design. The special plates not only render the high power density, but it also renders a very high and superior charge acceptance as compared to a conventional VRLA. The front axis design, I will come to that. How does it help? The fire retardant V0 grade, again the safety feature which is absolutely necessary for our data centers. The KSL cover are heat sealed and 100% tested. Next most important thing is the glass mat separator. Now, unlike a conventional AGM separator, this glass mat is fused with a synthetic pulp. Now, this gives a resilience to the separators so that it can undergo a long series of charge discharge cycles. So that imparts reliability. Flame arresting low pressure self-sealing valves, which are 100% factory tested. And these designs have been developed with computer-aided design using a finite element analysis simulation. We simulate the product in the software, and a fully automated manufacturing. So the importance over here is product consistency and reliability. This is how a standard 23-inch rack is installed in a data center. So you can see the fuse in each of the series connections, which are housing 4 batteries in a series. So easy installation. These racks are globally available and it is readily available in the market. These racks can be taken out and again refitted. So you have the frame. You can put the racks. You can take out the racks. So you can go into a number of combinations of monoblocks. All the terminals are in the front of the battery. So it can be connected with a small solid interconnecting bar. There is no need of going for varying length of cables, different types of non-standard cables. Just a single bar with a standard length can be used in this installation. Space saving, it is as I mentioned that with a very high power density, it can completely solve the site space. The footprint is also much lower as compared to conventional batteries. The maintenance, since the battery terminals are in the front, there is no need to access these batteries from the top, which means you no need to keep any clearance on the top. The batteries can be accessed from the front and thereby saving space and thereby making the batteries more user-friendly for maintaining. So the batteries, as you can see, there is a front terminal which is peeping from the side, and ultimately all these monoblocks are connected through a solid interconnecting bar. So even if you want to replace the battery, any battery, it is very easy. Just open that battery, remove it and replace it, because everything is accessed from the front, nothing from the top. And this also solves a very important safety issue. Today, in maintaining all our UPS batteries, we have to access from the top for connection and disconnection, and there is every possibility of getting a short. When you are rotating a spanner, if the 2 terminals are in close proximity, there is every possibility that the spanner can short the negative and positive and creating a burst. And all of us, we have experienced burst in the fields. So this is a very important safety aspect so far as this battery installation is concerned. Again, just the product features, it is almost 24% less volume compared to the conventional VRLA. So that is the individual monoblock. When I compare the space availability in the case of a complete battery bank system, we have seen that it occupies 21% less space compared to a conventional AGM VRLA. Just to give one information, that Equinox data center, you all should be aware of this particular brand, is operating around 175 plus data centers in 44 metropolitan cities in USA, and all of them are using this DECA front terminal access, which exactly the technology which you have mirrored in our products. Now, coming to the internal resistance and the higher conductance, how we can generate such a high power? Because these batteries fundamentally come with a very low internal resistance and a very high conductance. A quick comparison to some of the competitive products which are available in the market, which are being called also as a high power series. How we stand against their internal resistance and their conductance. This is a valve. This is a valve which is 100% factory tested. All of you are quite aware that what role a valve plays in a VRLA battery. After all, a VRLA battery is a valve regulated lead acid battery. So the reliability starts from the valve. So we, from Exide, we ensure a 10 years float life for this product. An ABS container, and these terminals are with specially designed brass inserts, because you can generate a high power from the battery, but you also need a current carrying path to carry that high power to the external circuit. So there is a specially designed brass insert into this battery, which is suitable for carrying this high wattage. Now the watt values, as compared to some other competitive products which are available in the market, which are also being claimed as high power series. So you can see in 5 minute, 10 minute, 15 minute, 20 minute. I mean, again the scale is quite wide, but it is at least 10 to 15% more than the all prevailing competitive products. So just going through the product range, this is the 340 watt. We have the range from 340 to 750. This is suitable for only 19-inch rack installation. The remaining all are for 23-inch rack installation. This is 450, 560, 640, and 750. I mean, just interesting part, I would like to point out that a 5-minute current up to 1.6 volt, that translates to 11,966. There is a gap over there. It is basically 1200 watts. So you can see that that is the maximum wattage that can be given as an output from this particular product. So this is up to 1.6 volt. So if I consider the standard OCV open circuit voltage as 2 volt and the end of discharge voltage as 1.6 volt, as an average discharge voltage of 1.8 volt, this translates to around 700 amps for 5 minutes, which is a very high power. And I can tell you that no available VRLA product can provide this power at this point. This is the standard sizing calculation which I just thought of presenting. And this is for a 500 kVA UPS rating with a power factor of 1 and an inverter efficiency of 96%. Now this translates, finally the sizing calculation, it translates to a 4 parallel string of EHP12 750 watt. Meaning, why I presented this sizing calculation, because we are used to carry out sizing based on ampere hour. But I think the day has come when we have to carry out sizing based on watt. And this is the standard sizing calculation. I'm not going into today late in the evening when the dinner is getting served. I'm not getting into the calculation matrix, but we should be ready to do calculations based on watt and not in ampere hour. That's all. Thank you. Thank you for your attention and have a happy meeting. Thanks.
Dasgupta for that presentation from Exide.